important to have the four of us in a situation locking into a certain musical, you know, thing, an emotion, a feeling, and taking it as far as we can by listening to each other in as much as we can. It's more important for us to reach ourselves with our music. I think if we get to that point, then we can reach other people, and it's going to transfer. The music should always come first. You know, if the words were so important, you know, and the music wasn't, then people would be doing sold-out spoken word tours, you know, and music would be secondary. But they're not. People are going because the music is what carries all the emotion. The words just kind of define a little bit where the emotion's going. And in some cases, when you get a record and it deals with subject matter like we deal with, people go straight to the lyrics and they ignore the music. And then that puts more of a focus on me, and I'm only 1/4 of this project, you know, even if... We've all dabbled in a lot of, you know, art backgrounds, and if you have an extensive art background, something that falls in with that is you're going to run into teachers that, you know, bring up mythology and, you know, and a lot of psychology and stuff like that. So that ends up coming into play. You know, there's a lot of philosophy that goes into the images behind the artwork. And so, yeah, there's a lot of that kind of background in all our backgrounds, you know, music and visual art. I think most of us grew up in a pretty sterile environment. It's all pretty much peaches and cream, you know, flowers. Everything's nice, ignore all the bad stuff. And it's just, the world's just not like that. And I think that the sooner people get to the point where they realize that the ugly stuff is just as important as the beautiful stuff, it goes hand in hand, I think that we can get on with evolving. People that just assume that we're hateful don't understand that hate and anger are two completely separate energies. They might have a similar emotional charge to them, but anger is such a much more constructive emotion than hate, and that's what we're more about, is the anger. Not all our music, I'm just saying that particular element that people see in it. The aggressive nature, the emotional or angry nature of it, and in conjunction with the more compassionate stuff. There's a lot of light in our music. There's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel, but of course you have to make an effort to purge yourself through more of the muck to get to it. So. It's more in my nature to work under parameters. So I do really well when you give me parameters. I take what's there and I work with it and make it work. Even with Tool, very few times have I come up with the original core song structure. It always ends up being I'm just kind of adding to it and reacting to what we're doing in the room. Very rarely do I bring in the original riff and start from there. I'm much more of a reactive artist than I am a creative artist.
Do you ever get a sense of what your role is in life, what your purpose is to be in this lifetime?
No. I think that's the cool part. I'm always changing my mind about what that is. I'm still not even sure that it's music. It just happens to be what I'm doing now.